In order to establish an elegant and classy style, you're going to want to start from scratch and go back to the basics. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share a fashion-based video, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I have a series called How to Establish an Elegant and Classy Style, and I realized that I'm quite chatty and there's a lot that I want to say on the topic, and Instagram does have a limit to how long videos can be, but YouTube, I can kind of talk all day if I want to, but I'll try and keep it somewhat brief for you. So today I'm going to be sharing some tips and advice on how you can establish an elegant and classy style. And ultimately what I want you to remember throughout this series is that it's not necessarily all about how you dress. Having elegance and class is about your behavior and your attitude and how you present yourself. But I think that the fashion part of things is definitely very fun and exciting to talk about as well. And I think that it's just a small part of what makes an elegant person. So let's start from the beginning. Let's say you want to kind of step into your confidence in your style and really figure out how to dress in a more elegant and classy way. The first thing that you're going to want to do is open up your closet and figure out what you already own that fits in with that style. I think the mistake that a lot of people make when kind of figuring out their style and deciding on what that is the first thing they do is they go shopping. And I can understand how that's really fun and really exciting, especially in a world where we're constantly being told, you need to have this, you need to have that. It's a must-have. This is my favorite and you need it too. I think there's some danger in saying those things because it automatically makes people think that what they have isn't good enough. And I want you to realize that you definitely have some things in your wardrobe already that fit into that style. Trust me. So start by taking everything out of your wardrobe. Every clothing item, every accessory, all of your shoes, jewelry, everything. Maybe start with one of those and work your way through. But what you want to do is figure out if that piece is timeless, figure out if it's high quality, figure out if it fits into your new style, and if it doesn't, you may want to consider giving it away, giving it to a friend, or a charity shop, or something like that so that you aren't leaving it in your closet and it's not taking up space. In the past, I was always the person who held on to things a little too long, and over time I've realized that, especially with clothing, if you're not wearing it, if you end up just not loving it, it's just not worth holding on to it. So try and give the things away so that you aren't crowding your wardrobe with things you're just never going to wear. It's okay. You won't miss them, I promise. Trust me though, I know how that feels because I was always that way too. And sometimes I still am, but most of the time I can be pretty ruthless and just get rid of things quite easily. So that is the first step. And then once you have a few pieces that you can go off of, you are set to start. Just remember not to get rid of everything because you still need some things to wear while you are finding new pieces to add to your wardrobe. The next step is going to be, in some ways, creating a capsule wardrobe. So I think many people know what a capsule wardrobe is by now, but if you don't, it's kind of like finding a few key pieces that will go with absolutely everything. And typically they're in neutral colors because that obviously goes with everything. And the beauty of this kind of technique is that you have so many pieces where they go with absolutely everything. Now, a capsule wardrobe, I think you don't need to have a ton of pieces in it. You can maybe just have 10 staple pieces that you always go back to. And I think the important thing with it is you have to remember that you're kind of curating your style. So when watching other people's videos on capsule wardrobes and what they believe you should have in it, remember that you know your style, or hopefully you're figuring that out. So don't buy something that someone else says you should have in your capsule wardrobe if you would never wear it. So for example, if someone says in their winter wardrobe a staple piece for them is a turtleneck, and they have one in black, brown, and white, but you can't stand turtlenecks, you don't love the feeling of something kind of tight around your neck, then please don't go buying that because you're never going to wear it and there's no point in owning it. I think there are probably some style quizzes out there and different things like that so you can kind of figure out what you like and don't like. But maybe you could make a list as well and write down things you would never wear, things you might consider wearing, and things you love to wear. And that way you won't be spending money without thinking it through first. So my advice when it comes to kind of creating a capsule wardrobe is realizing that neutrals really will be your best friend. Now, I know some people out there love to wear bright and bold colors, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I personally think you can still look elegant while wearing bright colors, but especially if you're just getting started and you've just kind of figured out your style, you're getting comfortable with it, I wouldn't recommend buying too many basics in bright and bold colors, because you're going to find that you struggle to get ready in the morning, because you need to kind of have a good understanding of what colors work well together, and that's something that can take time to learn and figure out. So I always recommend starting with neutral colors and think about the things that you're truly going to wear. For me personally, something that would be in, let's say, my fall and winter capsule wardrobe. Now, I think these pieces are pretty timeless and classic, but again, please kind of tweak this to what you like. So for me personally, I love turtlenecks. I think they look so elegant and beautiful. I think high necklines in general are very classy. So what I would say is owning a black and cream or white colored turtleneck are my staples, as well as ankle pants. I adore ankle pants. I have them in quite a few different colors. Not only are they comfortable, but they're classic pieces that will never go out of style. I definitely don't recommend following trends, but that is a different video. I have a lot to say on that topic. A couple other things that are classic staples in my wardrobe are blazers. I'm wearing one right now. I have a blazer collection, and that collection is growing, but I think they are gorgeous pieces that you can kind of dress up or down. Today I kind of chose to dress it down with some jeans, and jeans are another classic in my wardrobe. These are a straight leg pair. They're high-waisted and like a mid-blue, and I honestly think, again, that's a classic pair that will never go out of style, and I think making sure that things fit you well is another key thing to remember. So yeah, choosing neutral basic pieces is going to help you create so many outfits using just a few pieces, and it's going to make getting ready in the morning so much easier. It's going to help you feel more confident every day, especially when you know the pieces that you tend to wear most of the time. It's going to make things so much easier. I will take a step back and talk color for a minute, because like I said, I personally believe that you can achieve an elegant look a lot easier if you choose neutral colors. But like I said, some people want to wear bold colors, and that's perfectly fine. What I will say is, for me, my go-to color palette, I think, again, it's important to have a color palette, but again, a topic for maybe another video, but I personally think that it's important to have. So mine would be black, white and cream, brown and beige, and light pink. I personally think it's fun to have one kind of pastel color thrown in there. For me, my favorite color is pink, but for you, you can choose a color that maybe looks really good on you, or just a color that you really enjoy wearing. I think that it's okay to have a color like that thrown in. It's definitely going to be a lot more difficult with a color like a bright red, but I think it's still possible. But it's going to take kind of some trial and error, trying on different outfits and seeing what looks good. And once you've followed all of these steps, I would recommend that you take the time to try on the pieces that you have. So again, this is all before you even go shopping for anything new. Try to see what you have, try things on, see how they fit you, and try styling them up with a few different things. So if you just have a plain white t-shirt, try different bottoms with it to see what looks good. You can go for jeans, ankle pants, you can go for a mini skirt or a midi skirt. There are so many different options that you can try. And once you have your own kind of wardrobe figured out, then you can focus on buying new pieces. Although some of these tips can seem boring and, you might start to feel really eager to get things started with your style, remember that curating your style and having a wardrobe that you're happy with and proud of takes time. That can take years, especially when, you know, clothing costs money, and some people have a strict budget, and so it's important to remember not to rush into the process. You want to make sure that you're 100% confident in your style and what you're looking for. So it really takes some planning at first, but once that stage is over and you're confident and you know what you want, then it's a bit easier to add pieces to your wardrobe and to know exactly what you're doing. And ultimately, remember what I said at the beginning of the video. Looking the part is important, but it's not everything. Being a classy and elegant person is more about your attitude and your behavior and the way you view people and life. And while the fashion side of things is definitely important, it's not everything. That is it for today's video, but I hope you found these tips really helpful and inspirational. And more videos in this series will be coming. I'm not sure how long of a series it will be, but I do have a lot of notes, a lot of video topics and ideas for the series, so please keep an eye out because I have a lot more to say on the topic. But for now, that's it from me.